And I come in. Oop, I'm a little bit off. Let me adjust. There we go. Hello. Hello. Welcome. We're here. We're back with Myst. And last time we just did a whole bunch of different exploring as we went through the island. Saw the differences that the remake got with a bunch of the ages, and we went through mechanical, stone ship, and selenitic. We went through the 3 ages. So today we have Channelwood, which is where we left off with at least figuring out how the elevator works in reverse. That's how we get this nice view. And learned that when you save up here and reload, you don't start in the same place. The game just puts you down on the stairs at the base of the elevator just to be safe. So we have Channelwood still to do as the main age, which will then lead into seeing all of the endings. And finally, we'll take a look at Rhyme, because weirdly enough, Rhyme was an addition that was put in this year. 2025, getting this update here after the remake of Riven came out. Great. All right, let's get down. Luckily, there's a button that can help us do that. Oop. I want to go down these. Number 1. I'm just gonna keep hitting the button. There we go. Go. That will fix itself. And then we just have to finish the puzzle that we did last time, where we had the 724, but weirdly in the remake, it just gives us a switch and doesn't give us a set of matches in order to light the furnace. Just got rid of that entirely. Let's spin this wheel and hurry on down to the book. Whee! Off we go. Good. Good. Ooh. This is different. Way back up. Actually set up an entire area inside of here this time. That's nice. All right, Channelwood. I'm trying to think, like, there's Stone Ship, but then there's also Channelwood that has the most amount of background information from it. Because, yeah, there was the entire group of people who were living here that spoke a completely different language, their creation myth, and how it's become a flooded place based on who was here. There was a lot going on in this place. I should go back and read the books, technically, but oh well. Right. I would. With its verticality. And its many, many pipes. I kind of found it a little bit of a shame that, like, Channelwood is, like, meant to be looked at, which now, like, with this remake, you're able to really do that. Lovely. But then you're spending so much time looking down. Alright, let me get my bearings. So, this time we're able to just move that instead of just going down and actually just, like, moving the thing across. just want to see where I'm going specifically. So here is that elevator. Oh, the can open. Yes, they were. Absolutely. Have this connection that we have to make. Fireflies, because our exit is all the way over there. Cool. Make our jaunt. I think the routes are pretty much the same overall. Make that connection as well. Or no, not this connection. But we'll have to start this thing up. Alright, let's make our way. Hello, welcome in. Right bit there. Now, despite what goes on in this age, I'm actually not a big fan of channel wood. I think I just got the feeling of just there was too much space between everything that you were walking to. And that was kind of an annoying thing for me to work through. Open up that shortcut. I have to do everything from up here. Thing is, I never got the jungle feeling from Channelwood. It was definitely a forest with its tree houses and everything. It didn't feel dense enough. Have our bits here. Oh, I can. Okay, I can't go any further. Pipe water flowing. Should be that easy. We should just have the. I wonder if I should turn off the captain. But now I have a friend. Yeah. It actually follows you pretty well. That's actually quite good. Right now, it is going this direction. I'm wondering if... Maybe I'm putting too much effort into figuring it out, but I think it would be, water. No, I'm putting too much thought into this. I'm thinking it's a Mrs. Flower. It's a Mrs. Flower. Mrs. Flower go all the way up here. And should be good, right? But I want it to go. Eventually I want it to go over there. Or wait, I want it to go over to that end over here. So let's just do some things out of order. And now that the Steam sale is happening, like I am considering picking up Rem there. It's weird that it isn't in a pack, but I guess I can't complain about that. I have it just go straight into that, which is completely not the point. I want to go over here. So that this thing can run. Okay. Move that. Yeah, let's get that open. Alright, good. Now, we get access to over here. I'm just kind of future-proofing things before I head up to the second level. So this will be our, this is our exit. I remember you. And we can make our connection so we don't have to worry about that. Good. Okay. And back. We'll go that way. There's probably no point of changing that. Use that. Alright, let's go up. One of our door closing ones. Head up to the second floor. Good base on the elevator. Right. Oh, right. Now I remember. Okay, there's a switch in here somewhere. And I usually got lost trying to figure out where it was because it was going through these screens. A lot of them seemed very identical. I do need to read the book again in the library to just kind of remember how they really talked about it. This is absolutely what I needed when going through the original. I'm like, I want to just like inspect what is in all of these huts, and I can't do that, and now I kind of can. As we go across, see what we actually have. Very intricately designed urns and pots. Got our basket. Right. Many of these little things. I think that's a missing piece because I don't remember them actually putting in the location for where these pots could possibly have been made. Their strange benefactor. Like the basket weaving, I guess. Anything else? Wait. I'm really just going around here. I'm just don't really have a specific focus at all. This is the seating area. Yeah, so I'm hoping that I can kind of come around and go here. Like, if there wasn't so many, I would assume that every time that, like, Atris and Akinar and Ceres, like, kept revisiting this place because it was frequently revisited, that they would come in and offer it as gifts. But there's so many. It seems a little bit far-fetched. There's always a chance that I'm going to miss the lever that I need. I don't want to do that. Survival of the fittest with these walkways. Only the best of the best can be down here. But at the same time, the benefits of just having a bunch of water over there, like, chances are, yeah, you'll get hurt. But unless you were to directly hit one of the pathways, it's pretty, actually, fine. Still didn't see a lever anywhere. This is going to be a problem. I have not navigated this place very well. What's in a circular one? Yeah, because now I'm at the other area, which I kind of have to be at anyway. Yeah, because, okay. This is where I just go backwards engineering. Atreus is a man who is just learning as he goes. Back that way. I'm going to follow the cable this time. I think that might, because I think I have to go over there. Oh, I mean, going this way. And around. Now, there is certainly benefits from freely looking around. Yeah. Now I'm going the right direction. Should be the lever. Turn that, open that. Now I can make my way up to the third level. Unfortunately, like, the second level is all meant for that one puzzle. There really isn't much else to it. Like, they had this huge open space, but not much to put in it. Go back. Let's go back. You're really supposed to just stop and just take it all in. Again, it is very nice. In its own way. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, can't get up just yet because I have to reroute the thing. Whee! Moving my mouse, moving my mouse. There we go. Perfect. Alright. Reroute my water. Actually, quite easy. Move it that way. So that I can go up. Getting this right. This isn't smooth at all. It's like trying to make it smooth, and it's like, no, it's not. Okay. Now for the big things coming up. Whoops. Sorry, close the door. Now we can go. Okay, time to see some stuff. Let's start with what's behind us. I sometimes forget that there is a hut right on the other side here. Based on the markings and the crosses, guess who this is for? Unless the theme wants to tip you off here. Fortunately, it's not as clean as it should be, hey? Mm-hmm. Alright. Drawer number 1. Oh, it looked like I was able to take the... I don't remember my blades very much, but I think it's a Chris. I think it's a Chris because of the bit right there. Potentially. Didn't really tell you. All right. There's our last Cirrus page for the end. With all of his nice bottles. But yeah, he was very, very drunk. Where do you get the bottles from? Because I don't think the people here would have been very offering of very offering of drink. I don't know. You never know, though. As long as they made the texture of the cheese look like the texture of the plate and looked very off. Maybe. Yeah, just like not very just simple engraving on it. Yes, it does have that little bit of drum to it. Very fancy cheese knife though. I already went in. Didn't I? Nope, I didn't. What are those? Okay, so we got more bottles. Just biscuits of different kinds. No organization. Like, he's supposed to be the refined, sophisticated one, and he's just, like, shoving cookies in a drawer. Now. It was here. No, it definitely wasn't here. I don't know what the angling bit is. Okay. Is that a tooth? Oh, yeah, it is a toothbrush. Well, at least you have something fancy in order to put a toothbrush onto there. I don't think this was the version... I don't think this is the age where there was actually running water happening in here. I think that was Stone Ship, where there was running water. Okay. Well, I got the page, and apart from count all the bottles in his room, there's not much else to be putting in here. At least he made his bed. Oh, right, the second half of the page here. In very plain view on Myst, and access can be easily if the simple allowed. First, locate switches on the island. Of these switches, go to the dock. Turn the marker switch to the off position. And that's where vault access. So, put them both together. Then you're able to know what to do with the marker switches to get potentially, well, actually, yeah, get the good ending. At least. All right. Good here. So let's leave the sophistication behind and go see the weirdo who we're helping. Love that you're forced to. Got iron bars so that you have to go into his room and see the... That automatically plays, which it doesn't in the other versions. Aha. Yeah, they're forcing you to look at this. Secrets or anything like that. Thank you. There. Yeah. You just kind of come in and then it shows up. So fancy and feels like he is part of that bit there. Now, I'm trying to remember if there's something else that was able to go on with this. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Okay. Well, apparently Akinar got what he wanted here because not only does he get one room, he gets two. Except, well, he didn't spend too much time in this place. Yeah, because they also separated it, I think.
I hope I pushed the right button. Very interesting device, dear brother. I'm not erasing anything important, am I? He is prepared. Remember, take only one page.
Okay, I'm gonna have to play that message again because the background music is just a little much. So, music volume, I'm gonna just briefly put you down. Okay, try that again.
I hope I pushed the right button. Very interesting device, dear brother. I'm not erasing anything important, am I? He is preparing. Remember, take only one page.
There we go. Yeah, I don't know what it is with this version, and it just, like, not doing it because this is kind of the only place where I had to worry about the volume. Put that back up. And hey. I look over here and go, did he decide to jump out? Really not sure. All right, let's get that last page. At least they can change the volume in these versions. Ah, boy. All right. Love how everything has some sort of molding and craftsmanship to it, and then it's like, well, I just have these random three little spikes here for no, just in case, just as a backup. Come on. There we go. That's all you. All right. Now for all of the. One more time.
I hope I pushed the right button. Very interesting device, dear brother. I'm not erasing anything important, am I? He is preparing. Remember, take only one page.
Kiss the camera. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of it for Channelwood. Fortunately, like, it's such a big place. At least it feels big compared to the other ages. And it puts so much, like, there's so much extra with it compared to the other ones. In terms of how much time Akanar and Cirrus spent here and what was going on with it. That when you actually get here, it's just doesn't live up to it. But that is also the limitations of the whole thing. Alright, so now we have to get out of here. In order to do that, go down, and we have to do one more readjustment of the water. You tease a larger area you'll never explore. Looking off into the distance and says, what's over there over on the horizon? It's... like Elder... Mm-hmm. Very true. Very true. Where's my Mrs. Ball? Here it is. Flowing. Mm-hmm. I don't have a satisfactory answer to that. It's kind of whatever you want it to be. Whatever you are really clamoring for. Go way, and then that way. This way. And we gotta go towards Firefly. Right? So we don't need to go up there. It can be left there. Let's keep it up there. Okay. That goes all the way over there. And we just need to go all the way around. Fix that there. They had it right. They had it right. Yep. There. And now that this is powered. What is this level 4? Anyway. There's Channelwood. Feels big, open views, big skies. Left in its own little nook. The way out. No loading instances or anything. Okay. Time for some endings. I kind of nowhere else for us to go. Back into the library. We're going to put the pages down. Now, Sarah says 5. Mm-hmm. Alright, and then I'm going to save. Because we're going to do a bunch of loading. You save. Perfect. Alright.
Hello, I'm Akanar. I'm glad to see that you've returned to help me escape from my wrongful imprisonment. It was Cirrus who did this to me. Cirrus, my wicked brother. Do not listen to him. I warn you. He's a liar. Do not be persuaded by his evil lies. Do not release him. He killed my father. He will kill you. Began when my brother Cirrus began to lust for riches. He stole from the ages of Myst. He hoarded riches for himself. My father Father slept away his watchfulness. My sick brother secretly pronounced himself king. King of the ages of Myst, he said. He began to look upon me in disgust. His lowly brother hated him. And then Cirrus began to destroy the ages of Myst. He burned their forest. He tore down their structures. He flooded their lands. He murdered their inhabitants. Completely destroyed all but 4 of the ages. Of course, I had to warn Father. When I finally found him, there was Cirrus also, talking cleverly. The lying tongue of a serpent. He had convinced Father that it was I who destroyed the ages. He convinced Father that it was I who was greedy for wealth and plunder. And as Cirrus dealt the final blow, he tricked Father into believing that I was the murderer. But Cirrus did not deal as fast a blow as he planned. And his father died a slow death. He at last doubted my brother's clever lies, and so in dying, Father imprisoned us both, unsure from which of us the blow had come. I swear to you what I say is true. Release me. You must release me. My brother is a deceitful liar and deserves punishment. I only wish vengeance for my dear father. His murder. Believe me. You must only recover 1 additional page to release me from this prison. It's the easiest to find. Go to the bookshelf. It's in this library. On the far right side of the middle shelf, there's a burned book, which is different from the other burnt books. This book is filled with patterns. Find pattern 158. Mimic its design on the panel in the fireplace. Doing this will bring you to the last blue page. Remember, don't take the red page. Only the blue page. Return quickly to me. And do not touch the green book. It's a clever trap to imprison those who have not been warned. Do not be tempted, for you will rot and die, imprisoned as I am. I tell you, if you follow my instructions, it will be well worth your while. I promise you that. Go. Go.
It is always 158. Even when you do a randomized playthrough in this version, it is always 158. The difference is that the pattern that is in 158 is different. So if you're doing, and I've already moved it over to it. So this is the traditional pattern that has been around forever, but it's always different in the randomized playthrough. So it does mean you have to flip through the book every single time you're doing a randomized playthrough. Not bad. We'll keep it. That's the that's the take. Good job. All right, so there's 158. And then we can go to fireplace. And let's not worry about Sirius because Akinar said Akinar is a poopy man. At least they made it a little bit better for the pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Instead of being just a blank space that you're filling in with squares there. All right. I'm going to screw this up because I'm trying to remember like off the top of my head how this goes. Yeah, I'm bad. There's one there. You think I would know it off by heart at this point, but I just don't. Luckily I have it. I have to look at it. I'm sorry. I'm such a fraud. Okay. Where's my thing? Right. It's this way, and then we go down. Do. And that way, and then we go that way. And if it's wrong, it'll tell me that I'm wrong. Ah, okay. Yee. Not going to touch the green book yet. Won't get that extra bit. But I will take both pages. Ragnar won't know. But we'll touch the green book later. And to get out of here, I just need to make it incorrect. To make it correct. All right. It's the 6th page, which should be right here, but it won't. There's a spot for it. How dare you? Okay. Time to release Akinar. Time to release the crazy man.
Oh, yes. I feel alive. How do you feel, my friend?
I don't want to look at you.
Perhaps the pages you worked so hard for. Oops.
It's so bad.
Perhaps
well,
you sing the
it's not
world
good.
from my
It's
point
not
of view. Oh, yes.
should take a look at what Atris looks like in the CGI. 'Cause, man.
Oh, Cirrus. Cirrus.
He looks like a rejected Belmont in Castlevania.
Maybe someone will rescue you someday. Yes. Yes. You lose.
Kinda, yeah. Alright, there's bad end number 1. And it just boots us out. Okay. Load back in. And it won't be cured. Yeah. Okay. Let's go and get the remaining pages. Or, I'll actually wait for it. Let's. Just gonna put in all 5. Whoop, 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 whoop. There we go. Hey, Cirrus.
You finally returned. I owe you a debt of gratitude, for you have nearly released me. My name is Cirrus. I trust that from your explorations you've become convinced that my wicked brother, Akinar, is guilty, and I am innocent. It is I who am wrongly imprisoned here. Imprisoned by my father. I don't know who you are, or how you came to this island, but I assume you must at least know something of the books. It was father who was a master of the books. He wrote hundreds of them, all describing and linking to the fantastic places and ages which he had discovered. The room in which you now stand was our father's library. It was here in this room, on this island named Myst, that he housed most of these books. But Now you have surely discovered that Achenar has burnt and mutilated most of these books. Why? Our father was always watchful of our exploration. We grew up under his strict supervision. But when we came of age, he gave us unbridled access to the Myst books. He began to leave our adventures more and more unchecked. Unsupervised as we were, my brother began to become disturbed. He began to take more from the Myst ages than he had given me. Soon he gained a twisted pleasure from the conquest and destruction of the other ages. It was horrific. His thirst for destruction. But alas, even I discovered his insanity too late. He had completely destroyed all of the Myst ages but 4. I wasted no time. In warning my father, I thought he would recognize Achenar's guilt. But in a fit of rage, he imprisoned both my brother and myself within the pages of these books, designed to hold us until he could judge which of us was guilty. To discover the truth, our father embarked on one final chapter. However, he has never returned. I can only assume that he perished along the way, leaving me, an innocent victim, entrapped forever. But now, you are here to release me. Listen carefully. You must find one more page and I will be forever free. There is a book on the shelves. In this library, which is mostly burned but has a few pages still intact. It is the last book on the middle shelf. Find it. This book is filled with a variety of patterns. Find pattern 158 and recreate it on the door of the fireplace. This will bring you to the last red page. Bring that page to me, and I will finally be released, and able to reward you, of course. Ignore the blue page. That page finishes my brother's book. It chills me to even think what would happen if you were to release him. There is another warning. Where the red and blue pages reside, also resides a green book. If you touch the green book, you also will be imprisoned forever. Our father gave us this same warning long ago. I suggest you follow his advice. Go now. Soon we will meet face to face.
That's very true. Sirius gets a lot more of the points right in order to make himself sound more reliable. Totally. Totally. I just like that, like, the thing they do with Sirius and Achenar is that they put him on opposite ends of the spectrum when they realize, like, what their dad is, in a sense, because of his use of the art, which is mentioned in this game. It isn't really explained what the art does, except for it's able to create worlds based on what Atris writes. So they kind of see their dad as a creator, almost a god. So if you are the children of God, wouldn't that give you a complex? How does that complex manifest? Well, sophistication, or complete, or really just like degrading insanity. He's good. Hi.
You don't
Goodbye. Okay. I think the biggest lie that I have here is just the book in question. There's a book with a few pages remaining in it. Yeah, I could just keep flipping through this. I'm going like, Sirius, what is your definition of a few? Because there is over 100 pages in this book. I don't think I've ever been to the absolute end. I don't know how many patterns there actually are, now that I think about it. 300. 300. So there's a 150-page book in here. Cool. The other thing when it comes to like the burning of the books, wouldn't it just like if I were to just light a match and put it against a book there, like the it would spread. So the only way that this kind of layout makes sense to me is that they took out like a bunch of books in groups, put them on the floor, lit them on fire, like kind of brushed them and then put them back in, which sounds so insane in order to actually do that. Because yeah, like having these books in the positions that they are in, like pretty much untouched by fire. I don't know. Seems like they would have done something completely different, especially when there's all of this damage around it, too. Anyway, let's go get that last page. All right, let's see if I remember it this time. Do I remember it? Do. Get rid of that. Yay, I remember it. Good job, me. All right, let's just pick up both pages. Just be safe. I'll be back for you later. And now we get to see Sirius's butt CGI. Ugh. Hope you're ready for that. All right, here we go.
Oh, yes. Yes. I'm free. Oh, thank you, my friend. My dear friend. You've done the right thing. You stupid fool. It looks like perhaps you're in the book now. And what have we here? A page.
This part is a little bit too wide.
Oh no. Oh, I hope you enjoy your new home as much
He looks
as
like
I
a
enjoyed it.
performer from a pirate show.
I can't see
Like he would be
you.
performing
You're
at
getting
Treasure
less
Island in Las
clear.
Vegas.
I hope you're into books.
Oh, look at everything that I can read. Yes, this is great.
The library looks much the same as I left it. Whacking on. Oh. Goodbye.
I don't even remember Ryan Wrench off the top of my head. All right. Bad ending number 2. Time for bad ending number 3. Back in we go. It's time for the most passive-aggressive ending. Where we go straight to the fireplace. Because, mysteriously, I know the solution to this. Who would have thought? Now, at least we'll get to see Atris in Classic, and then we will see him with his terrible CGI as well. Faithfully, they also keep this as a version of the game that you can finish in 2 minutes if you really want to. All right. All right. The Denny book.
Who the devil are you? Don't come here to Dunny, not yet. Oh, I have many questions for you, my friend, as you no doubt have for me. Where should I begin? Perhaps my story is in order. My name is Atris. I feel you've met my sons, Cirrus and Achenar, in the red and blue books on Myst Island in my library. My library. It contains my works, my writings. Oh, I wrote many books that linked me to fantastic places. It's an art I learned from my father many years ago. Oh, but the red and blue books, those were different. I wrote those books to entrap over greedy explorers who might stumble upon my island of Myst. But I had no idea my own sons would be entrapped. My sons. Cirrus and Achenar. We had many journeys together. I gave them free rein to the books. Perhaps it was not wise. I could see the greed growing in them. I had not told them about the red and blue books. Their imaginations went wild. They dreamed of riches and power. Of course, they did not know the books were traps. They begged me for access to those books, and I, of course, denied them. Oh, they devised a plan. An evil plan. I had no idea to what extent their greed had progressed. Their own mother. Oh, my own dear Catherine. They used her to lure me here to Dunny. Of course, I could return to Myst, except they removed a single page from my Myst linking book. I cannot return without that page. You, my friend, can bring that page to me. Oh, I pray you believe my story above the lies that my sons have told you. If you could find it in yourself to return that page to me here in Dunny, I could go to Myst and bring justice to my sons for what they've done. I must return to my writing. I pray that you believe me. Please hurry. Bring the page. Bring the page with you.
So much clearer than it is in the original. At least in terms of video quality. Well, we totally have it right. Right? Well, there he is over there. Like playing the PS1 version, you could kind of like point out like the border where the FMV was. Well, here's Denny. What's left of it, anyways. Let's see the glowing rocks. Ooh. Really couldn't tell ya. I don't think there is music. 'Cause, yeah, I haven't changed anything. All right, let's say hi.
Ah, my friend, you've returned. We meet face to face. And the page, did you bring the page? You didn't bring the page. You didn't bring the page. What kind of fool are you? Did you not take my warning seriously? Welcome to Dunny. You and I will live here.
forever.
There's a lot that's lost on this one. Like, yeah, I think this version of this bad ending is arguably the worst of all the versions. Because the acting isn't there, and there's no way of putting it back in. Because when he says, "What kind of fool are you?" he hits that desk. He hits it. Ah, and it just sounds so much better passively. And in addition to that, a lot of the versions with that bad ending, you are able to still roam around that area after he says, like, "Welcome to Denny. You and I will live here forever." It doesn't cut to this. It's just, okay, I'm just going to wander around. And then the only way out is you reset the game. That's it. Like, you had to reset. So, yeah, I kind of don't like this. I kind of don't like this one, especially when the classic video is not able to be put in properly. Kind of a shame there. All right, one more time. Yeah, sorry, it's the worst version of that ending, in my opinion, anyways. Okay. I do need to at least trigger the book talk because he says the second thing once you go out and get the page. Because even in his dialogue, he said, "Oh, you've returned. Did you bring the page?" Now I've got it down on pat. All right. Okay. Hello, sir.
Who the devil are you? Don't come here to Dunny, not yet.
Don't come into done.
I have many questions for you, my friend.
Can I have you keep talking while I'm doing things? Sorry, I can't see you right now. Could you move a little bit close? Oh, sorry. All right, let's get that page. So it involves those two bits of paper. Putting them together tells you what you need to do with the marker switches, which we technically already done. So with all 8 of the marker switches set to the on position, we head back to the docks. To this one. And if all of them are turned to that position, we need to turn this to the off, which will release the white page. And then we can take that white page and get our good ending. And the continuation of the game, I'm just going to say right now. All right, let's see if that actually worked, or we have to listen to Idris talking again. Love you. Okay, let's listen to him.
Have you found the missing page? Come, come. Come on, then.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
Have you found the missing page? Come, come.
There we go.
Come on, then.
Guess that's what happened when I didn't close the book properly. Okay, we can head in then. Same exact place. Same crystals. Same everything.
my friend. You've returned. And the page. Did you bring the page?
You wouldn't bring out the book if I didn't bring the page.
Ah, give it to me. Give me the page.
Give-
Please, give me the page.
Come on, give it a bit. All right.
You've done the right thing. I have a difficult choice to make. My sons have betrayed me. I know what I must do. I shall return shortly.
And yeah, you can just go around. Can't figure out anything that he's been writing there. Right, super, super tiny on that page right there. But yeah, can't use the book. We're just around until he comes back.
It is done.
Too much work for him to come
I have
up
many
over there and
questions
like
for you, my
walk
friend,
back to his
but
desk.
My writing cannot wait. I fear that my long delay may have already had a catastrophic impact on the world in which my wife, Catherine, is now being held hostage. Oh, and a reward. I'm sorry, but all I have to offer you is the library on the island of Myst and the books that are contained there. Feel free to explore at your leisure. I hope you find your exploration satisfying. You'll no longer have my sons to deal with. Oh, and one more thing. I'm fighting a foe much greater than my sons could ever imagine. At some point in the future, I may find it necessary to request your assistance. Until that point, I'm afraid you'll enjoy the explorations from my library on Myst. Thank you.
By the way,
The book. You can use the Myst linking book to return to Myst.
leave me alone. I gotta prepare for the sequel. Okay, I'll call you when the sequel is ready. You get a lot from Atris, like from his writings. He's got a big schnoz. Let's zoom in on that schnoz. Yeah, it just has to do with his perspective there. You get a lot from Atris when reading his books, and also from blah blah blah. Blah. Also, just listening to him here, because he is definitely a man. Like, you learn more about him and what he's trying to do and what he's lost and living there. Like, he's a man of seclusion. So him talking to someone he's very difficult for him to do. There's your music. There we go. There's your music. So yeah, like him not being able to offer you anything, or like being able to properly thank you, like yeah, I kind of get where he's coming from. I get that bit of character that I get from him. It's like, thank you for freeing me and freeing me from being trapped from eternity in this place here. You really don't have anything to actually properly give you that. Apart from everything that you have already explored, which we're going to go ahead and do. You get to see what he has done. And there's our 4 endings. 4th, having this happen. And also over here. Where the Um. What a question. I don't think so. I think Atris went now. Forget it. Because if Atris was going to notify anybody, it would have been Catherine, and he's not able to do that. I could also see Atris, if I were to head out there. The only person immediately able to go here would be the grave over here for Tiana. And doing it there. So, yeah. Were the Knicks get notified? Absolutely not. But this is where the original remake ended. Because it just was like, it was just Myst. It was just a remake. It was just that. Until this showed up. A couple months ago. My friend, now that you've seen the destruction wrought by Cirrus and Achenar, you'd no doubt have a very specific idea of who they were. Greedy, envious, hateful men. There was one more page to turn. One last age. Where I hope you might see them as I did. As my sons. Atris. Rhyme. Volume 1. So, this is the creation of an additional age. Just kind of as a fun thing. And they try to tie it into Riven as well with the puzzles that we're going to see right there. It's a snowy place. Yeah, started in 2000, was not in any of the other versions in the 90s. No one was on the floor. Probably harder to see. They went, no, I'm not going to put it on the floor this time. Let's put it in somewhere that is at a point of interest so you don't miss it. And we get to see what they build personally here as we go into it. I dreamt of them again. I dreamt again of them last night. All right, this is what we need. So, long time ago, I set the number on the holographic projector to 40 because it's needed for Rhyme to get access to Rhyme. So we still have some puzzles in order to access an age. Let's do that, and we also need to remember 2735. Off we go. Everything is all good. So yeah, we are pointed back to where we started. And that will get us access to a new place on the island, which is very exciting. Alright, double check if it remembered to save it as 40. It did. Awesome. So we have this part. It is telling us to press this button, though, on the opposite side. And it's nice that it actually shows us way off. If you're paying attention, this shows up here. Now, what part on the island does this remind people of? Reminds you of the entrance leading to the rocket ship on Selenetic. If we rotate the Cyan logo, literally, something's going to change. And now here's the fun thing. I like putting it here because it looks like this is what you're supposed to do. Like if I change it, put it over here, something's going to happen. And then it goes away. So let's head over to Selena. To the rocket ship. Here's the parts here. And if we're going from the ship down, it's here where you don't see anything has been changed. Except if we go down. Here, we opened up the spot And we can go inside, but nothing's here. Except we see a crack of... Oh, we're supposed to go down there. So we have to shimmy it a little bit so that this area is not completely open. Just enough for us to go inside of here. Which is fair mechanical design. In my mind, if I remember, you actually can't soft lock it. Because I think the 40, even if you like delete that, that didn't change that you were able to hit this button in order to access this part. So even though I think this part wouldn't show up anymore, I think you'd be able to still hit this button. So we just need to put it over like that. Just a small little adjustment, which will bring us to what we need. Doodly-doo. We can still head in, but we have access to down below. This little area. Windows 10 background. Odd way of putting in a 4-digit number, but we just have to put it appropriately. So it was 2, 7, 3, 5. Lowers all that. If we just look at that, we would miss this raising. Mm-hmm. So I like that in the remake they actually use an additional space. Flip open the hatch, and we get this very shiny rhyme book. Now for a lot of people, it's been hot the last week, so it's time to cool down. We had our summer vacation last week. Let's have our winter vacation this week. Heading into rhyme. I'm gonna turn on a light. The light disappeared. I'm gonna turn one on. I'm going like I'm very dark now. Using natural light. Ah. Rhyme. Rhyme is beautiful. Putting it in here. The first time I played through Rhyme on this version, it was surprisingly darker. I didn't change any of the brightness settings. It just, the next time I played through it or just like roamed around in it, it became a lot more visible. I can only imagine what's really inspired the creation of this place. Like what location they really got their visuals from. Nice cozy little cabin. All of their posts, all of their technology that they put in here. We will be using shortly. Just good. Just good. Yeah. This is a telescope we're able to use. And hopefully, maybe, cross our fingers, we're able to see something appear on here. Sometimes we have to wait a good minute in order for it to show up. feel like you can kind of hear it. But when you are able to see through the telescope, oh, there, ooh, there they are. There they. Yeah, you can kind of see the whales that are here in this age. You just go whales, or whale spotting. Okay, let's get in from the cold. So this age's puzzle, this is really an epilogue age. Like you're just going around and you have a whole bunch of just simple puzzles really to do. There we go. But yeah, everything is pretty much the effect that we're really going for is everything is frozen inside because this place hasn't been used in a while. That door won't open at all. This won't come down. Everything's all locked up. This won't work either. So, what to do? What to do? Reach outward. Reach outward before looking in. First, we need to line up the pipes so that we actually have that working. Is that enough? Nope, not enough in order to get any heat going in here. Maybe if we had a shovel and bang something with the shovel, it will work. But no. Just going by visuals, I head back out onto the observation deck. There is another lit area right down there. I like that they added this additional part because it makes you observe a lot more that was going on. It's not a crazy addition, but it is the generator here that we actually need to start. Strange animation because it feels like you should be able to do a lot more. But yeah, it's not working at all. So if we gave it a couple pumps, it's in the green, and then gave it a go. Yeah. I did that the first time. It felt so good to do. It's like, yeah, that works. Okay. I don't want to heat up the outside. Remember what your parents told you. But I will show off something that this version does. If I leave it open. Activate the furnace. Oh, I might have done it wrong. Yeah. Ooh, I might have done it wrong. Uh-oh. I might have done it bad. Shoot. No. I wanted to do it. No. Okay. How far back is that? 20. Because I do need to close the door, but yeah. I did screw it up. Okay. What's this autosave? Oh, it auto-saved when it... No! Oh, no. I didn't make another save. Shoot. Hmm. Hmm. Huh. Man. I want to go back and actually do it because it was the... Ah! Oh, that... As it's annoying how... Okay. I know. I think. I should be able to. Oh, that doesn't come back. And that door closed for no reason whatsoever. Bug, 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 bug. Bug, bug, bug. Nope, when all the puzzles are solved. Is it enough to go back in order to do... They really want to. I wasn't even in the room for everything to get defrosted. Yeah, I was... God. Okay. I'm going back. I'm going back. I was robbed. I was robbed. Woo! I get to sit in my punishment. All right, let's go get that white page. They are because they feel so frequent. All right, let's finish Myst in less than 2 minutes. Watch, I forget what the pattern is. Okay, I didn't. Hey, Atreus, I'm coming in. Grab, 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 grab. Grab my hands. Just take a book and just like mash your hand against it.
Ah, my friend, you've returned. And the page. Did you bring the page?
I'm not going to listen to you. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to
Done the right thing.
look at this. I'm like, I want to talk to you. I want to look at this, look at this door and feel ashamed. Go, oh, what intricate designs that are... See, I can see it on the OBS screen, but I can't actually see it on my actual game window. He doesn't actually need me. I'm just a stranger. I'm not even close enough in order to do anything with that. Did not know. Did not know. And I'm guessing you can't wear them at the same time. That would be fun. Where are you? You're all the way over there. You have no idea who you're talking to. He's someone who's just like prepared a speech and is going to deliver it no matter where anybody else is in the room, if they're paying attention or not. Like, I practice this. I don't need my cue cards or anything. I'm just gonna deliver it. I can still say you were here in the room. All right. That area is assembling a fireplace code across 2 ages. Couldn't get away from it, could they? Just got a full circle. Okay. Doesn't take a whole lot in order to do this. But manual saves are important, and we should probably do them because hit the button. Hit the button. Move the thing. Whee. Mm-hmm. Okay, 2, 7, 3, 5. 3. Into 5. Into 7. Engage. Before I go in. New save. Just in case I screwed up again. Bleh. My God. Okie dokie. In around. I want gas in the room. Don't press the button. Feels like a door opening that you would like have to click on it 3 times, but I know that would be redundant if they actually did it that way. 3. Activate. Okay. Let's go chill in the room. Yeah, I wasn't listening to the sound. Where it is coming out. So let's just chill in the room for a little bit. Let's enjoy that things are still lit up on the 2nd floor. And that's fine. We are just letting gas into a room. And we're going to tune out in this room. Is that door closed? Yes. Gotta make sure. Takes a minute, but eventually it will. There we go. Good. I'm glad I had to redo all of that in order to make that happen. All right. It even has that old, like, 90s charm to it with the sound choice. Okay. Activate. And now we can watch as the room thaws. This is an alright effect. It's not... I don't find it particularly fantastic, but it does its job. Alright. Now all the mechanical bits will work. We can go up, down, up, down on the ladder. I'm okay. That's odd that there wouldn't be any visual indication. Oh, and it did. So, we have two journals. One is Akinar's, and the other, over here, is Cirrus's. Property of Cirrus. Start May 23rd. I'm not going to assume a year. You got whale, the migration of the whales, which direction they come from. I won't spend too much time on the journals. They're pretty much just like, okay, the two brothers are here. They're doing different things. They're involving themselves with the construction of the buildings and the ideas that Atris wants to do. Cirrus is a little bit more... contributes a little bit in order to do a whole bunch of different things in terms of light refraction, which is the primary puzzle of this game. Or of this age, even though it is an optional puzzle, because rhyme is an extra thing, there isn't really anything that's stopping you from leaving. And also, this is a time, and also, like, the purpose of this is to learn more about Cirrus and Akinar and the relationship that Atris had with them before they went crazy, because... yeah, like, there's a bit in the journal about... a little bit. Is it earlier, or is it... I think it's in Akinar's journal, where we'll see a section of it. But a thing happens. A thing happens. Yeah, it's this piece right here on the right, which is the primary puzzle of Rhyme, where there are 6 solutions for it. Yeah, oh, yep, it's in this journal. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Father and Mother. If I die, I'm so sorry. Like, he was carrying his journal because he injured himself and he was alone and he thought he was gonna die. Fine, I'll just wait later tonight. Let's go, Brett. I'm so sorry. My brother bandaged me up and said that my thick skull protected me, but I know I could have been a lot worse if he hadn't found me. Akinar, thank you, and I'm sorry. And I also don't know with Real Myst if the Masterpiece edition of Myst had anything to do with that. Honestly, don't know about that. And then we get our first code. So, yeah, we're going to be writing down some codes because these are things that we're going to be using by the end of today's stream. Yeah, so we got yellow, 3 or 0, depending on how you want to look at that. 10. Pink, 1, 7. Purple, blue, 2, because there really isn't an all the way shaded, and 4. And then the blue-green, or the cyan color, which is also 1 and 1. So that's Cirrus's combination. Whereas in Akinar's journal, and I like that the journals are pretty much written as just like parallel to each other. So you get to see Cirrus's point of view and then Aknar's point of view. They were both writing in the journal there. Aknar being a lot more of a just like pointy, like, I'm gonna scribble on it. But then his writing is just like so neat. It feels like, I don't know. But he was also trying to like create the Aurora effect, which we will see shortly. Good use of simple anatomy. Maybe my brother's thick skull blocks it out. Serious, if you're reading this, that was a joke. Don't go crying to father. Yes, I'm watching you over there, scribbling down your little plans. Look at you. You think no one knows what you're planning, but I do. Guess I'll have to keep an eye on him. Yeah, this is where you kind of see where Aknar's talking kind of comes into play. Like, stupid child, stupid pre-brain. I was right. He stuck out to watch for the stupid whale, slipped and cracked his head on some ice. Could have gone right over the edge if I hadn't been there, and then he scribbles all over it because he's angry. Ryan just saw something to put my mind to. His injury seems severe at first, but after cleaning it, I can see that it isn't serious. Serious. Big scrape on his side and a really good knock on the head were the worst of it. Begged me not to tell father, but as if there's any chance I would. Clever as he is, Sirius is still a child. And then they get the device to work, and there's Aknar's combination of the cyan 0, 12, blue, 2, 9, yellow, 0, 6, white, 1, 2. That gets me back to the topic of like how long did it take them in order to build this, because it was really the three of them. Like no one else was really like created here according to Idris. It was just like, we need a space in order to do like scientific experiments. That's it. All right. Bring me an elevator. There we go. So we can. Oh right, I forgot. Like, okay. Can't go down. Soon enough, there will be multiple downs that we can go to. One of my favorite places to play in this area. Look at our overview of the cove. And some light things we get to fiddle around with. So it's like, okay, what colors do you want? Colors. So like I could have a pink and let's go with the cyan. And then pull the lever. We can make our own auroras. Like it's really just nice, and definitely going into is like, okay, I can look at this in VR and can only imagine what it would actually feel like to kind of semi-believe that I was actually there. But yeah, I've played with this, honestly, way more than I care to admit. With the yellow blue. I can just play with all the different color combinations. Like, it's simple, but even still, to me, it is just very effective. Turn it off one more, and I'll do another color combination. It's like completely turned off. There we go. Let's do a white. And let's put it all the way. All the way. Pretty sure those lights would scare off the whales. Green and white. That's lovely. Okay. Ooh, button. A button that gives us the ability to rotate the elevator entirely. So that we can look at a completely different part of it. And yeah, it's just left on. For a purpose. For a purpose. But it's left. Oh, it's a whale. And then we can even go all the way up to the tower here. Even though it feels like you're supposed to do something up here, there is no reason to be up here apart from it being the highest point outside that you can go to. Again, like the overall design of this place is like they nailed it. They really nailed it. But unfortunately, the rest of the age is just gonna be underground. Unfortunately, where we have to just go down, down, down. Okay, starting here, which is technically the exit to Rhyme, because the book is right here. So we can head back to Myst at any point. Like, there's nothing keeping you from leaving, apart from not sure where the book actually is. Once you find the location, you're pretty much good. There's only one puzzle to solve, and you're all good. So we could. But we have things to see. Ah, I think this was the basin I was thinking of. Yeah, this was the one I was thinking. We can wash our dishes. He can use a tuning fork as a regular fork. No doubt. Unfortunately, I can't fill up the kettle with water in order to make some tea for myself. Which kind of would have been like something cool to do with all of these pieces here. You're just a knife in a cup. The family. I think I said this last week, whereas like if I was asked to a while ago, I was asked to if I had to describe the Myst series in a sentence, it was, well, it's about a dysfunctional family. Mentioning Morpheus. Oh yeah. Yeah. I still have the mobile version on my device there, but yeah, it's very unstable. It's very unstable. But even like, was it even with the remake? Even there? I still have to play through Morpheus, to be honest. So many things to do. So many things. Also, this guy. this guy is also another combination to pay attention to. As we see Rhyme Volume 2. So yeah, more adventures for the three of them. Foxes and Golden Sheep Shaver, man. Good for you. So this is really just talking about the lenses and how Catherine's really not... Catherine's being neglected. Stop neglecting Catherine. So in this book, though, there is something that we need, which is this number, 1400. Because we need it for the proper frequency for the puzzle that we're ending on. So we're just collecting a whole bunch of information. Really? God, that development sure was cursed. And then the final page leads into the rest there. This morning we were able to get a nearly perfect view of an age through its damaged book. An incredible sensation, like standing in two worlds at once. So much more than I could have done alone. The boys are so proud, and I want to return to Myst Island immediately to tell their mother about it. Which is just as well. It's time they learned about Riven. Which I suppose they did learn about Riven based on just general idea of the timeline. Okay, so there's the third. There. And the thing I'm going to do before we keep going is I'm going to head back up. Because there's a thing I gotta double check, because we were given the number of 1400. Rotate our elevator. Head back to the Aurora. Because that number has to correspond to the Aurora. Because right now, it is set to 1200. If you were to add those two numbers together, you would only get 1200. So... unfortunately, this green and white has to go away. So that we can make another idea here. I like that this one is more open because you can use a whole bunch of different color combinations. The two numbers just have to add up to 1400. So I could do a pure blue if I really wanted to. I could be crazy and do 760 plus... So I could do 640 if I really wanted to. I could do the 1640. I can do a whole bunch of different math addition problems if I really wanted to. Like if I do 500 and 900. Let's do that one. That'll be like firing neon. But as long as the combination of the two dials and two colors equal 1400, we're able to do the next part of the puzzle. That is a really nice one. Yeah. Good choice. Good choice. Flip it around once again. And go down. Down, down. Down, down, please. Closer to the button. Beyond my reach. Can't flip. Go down once more. Then we get to the final location of Rhyme. With a wonderful circular map. So this is where we're able to put all the pieces together now that everything is activated. This is where, in the Rhyme books, they were creating a way of looking to another age while being in another age. This is really just a really cool VR gimmick of being able to look out at a whole bunch of different places. But there's more information in order to obtain because, yeah, there was in the books they were mentioning about having to cut the different crystals that they were getting to different sizes in order to reflect the light differently, and that they had to do multiple layers, and depending on the focusing of those different lenses, they were able to get all the way through and the light piercing all the way to the book in order for the thing to work. So much trial and error, so much focusing that needed to happen there. And they were going to do this with so many other ages, because here's the Everdunes. And can we get a better look at one of the other ones? Gravitation? I don't remember what the habitation one is. I'm looking at a better screen over there. Can't make that one. Ah, that's Osmoian. Yeah, this one they use the power of the aurora in order to reflect it through the different colors of crystals that they were able to get. This is our next piece of information there. We found it. Even after all these years, I recognized it in an instant. Except it's been dripped on. So we have some of the information, but not all of it. So you would have to piece it together. Reference to Cosmic Ozma. Huh. I don't think I knew that. There's so much I'm learning so much. This is great. So if I have to look at things. No, I don't want. I don't need to get that. Ooh, there's a couple of Cosmic Osmos. World Beyond the Mackerel and Exile. Yeah. One released in 2007 was the sequel. Okay. And it was created by Cyan. No wonder. In 1989, and then the next one was that long of a gap. Wow. Also, oil cleaner. Great, thank you, information. This is so helpful there. Infinity in a bottle. Then there is this piece over here, which gives us our 5th combination to figure out here, where we have Cyan 014. Blue 210, red pink. That one's red. Every other one wants to do like a pink dye. 07 and yellow or white. But if it's coming off of that, it's probably yellow. Yellow 24. And then we have this piece. This one here is also another combination here. So there is a total of 6. How this all works is on this wonderful card. The crystal observations. Max distance between the height at the top and the bottom. Lenses cannot exceed 11 steps. Seems the light is unable to penetrate the ink of the book if the distance is too great. To allow for a needed refraction, no 2 sequential lenses can have 4 matching iris size. No 2 sequential lenses can have a matching iris size. So there can't be like a 0, 0, 0, 0. Like they can't all be the same. They have to be different in some way. Each lens color frequency must be unique to compensate for its extreme refraction. Any lens set to use the highest frequency color must also use the smallest iris. Any lens set to use the highest frequency. And that has to do with the color of the lenses. If a lens sits between two small iris lenses, it must be equal in distance to both. So if there's a small and then a small, they have to be in equal distance to both. So that comes back up to the steps business there for max distance. Lens frequency must decrease in order as they get closer to the book, but they can increase or decrease, but they must do so in order. Even with the alteration of the base crystal shape into a flat lens, the laws of physics cannot be circumvented. So there's a lot to think about. And they kind of recommend that you start with this one because you're able to just match it up and go, this is that color, then this one, then this one, then this one. And it even gives you a ruler as well, which is super handy. So it's like if this is 15, so that one's like around like 17, then 14, then 11. So they're at equal distances apart. And then it goes down to 7 for the very bottom, because it's at the very bottom because it's the closest to the book. So they kind of recommend that you start off with this one in order to get a sense of how this is actually done. Let's do it. We have a whole bunch of different books, including a Riven book. They kind of just do this in here in order for you to go, hey, we have a Riven remake, and you should go play it. There, but it's also a way for Atris to keep an eye on Riven and what's going on in there from the safety of a completely different age. You also have the mechanical book. We have Selenetic book. We have a blank book, which is not used in any way. So there's 7 books here, but only 6 of them are actually able to be used. We have a Myst book, even though the part of it is kind of torn. We have a Channelwood book, which was scribbled on. And we have the Stone Ship book, which also has a little bit of a rip in it, but we can make do. So, I have all of the pieces of information there. So I'm going to go back and forth. My head is going to be weird. And we're going to point that up. Okay, let's get back into it. So, the very first one has to do with mechanical age. That's the one being shown just up top with the actual diagram. So, this is a fiddly interface, honestly, because like you push and interact, but you also have to slide it up and down in that regard. And it's like, okay, I'm not feeling it. All right, so we need, because there's so much, like there's 4 different places you have to look through. There's a bunch of things that you have to move or rotate. It's very involved, very involved. I'm gonna go to blue, and each of them kind of make a sound there. And then, so the top one, you're not able to change it at all. So all of them are going to be the very like widest it's going to be in order to channel the most light. And it's not at 20, it's supposed to be at 17, but it's in the way of the one at the bottom. So they can only ever be 3 apart because of how big the mechanical piece is. So, move that down. I'm going to move that down ultimately, but I'm going to change the color. The pinky red is over here, and it was as close as it could possibly be. It was at a 2. So the 2, 1, and 0 being completely open. So at 2, and it was down to 14. And now that we've moved that, we get to 17. And we go down to the third one. And that one's a yellow. Isn't used very often. It was a 1. Has hidden combinations as images of what would become Uru and Myst 5. People had the files in brute force it. Yeah, because they're definitely not in this version. At least not that I've seen confirmed. There. This one needs to be 11. And this one is completely open and goes to 7. And it's all set up wonderfully. I can hit the switch. It'll activate, and it will materialize, and we get a shot of the mechanical age. Blip. Yeah, we can just like smoosh right into the screen there. But yeah, just kind of moving around in this VR, especially if you're playing this in VR, feels probably gets like the most effect out of it all. Having this near panoramic view. Okay. So that one is that book. Let's see. This one, I'm kind of going in like backwards order. So this one is next. This piece. Let's do that. That one is connected to the... I think it's going to do the opposite of what it's actually supposed to do that. The selenitic gauge. Yes, for firmament. Yes. Okay, selenitic. So, selenitic. I have to start. Yeah, I gotta start from the bottom. Because they're all smooshed together and I can't move anything. So if I move this up to yellow, and that one's a 2, 4. Then this one goes down to 7. So they're smushed together. Do that. Red. Is at 2. 7. Yep. Or no. No. Because they can't be the same. Nope. It's 0. Then this one is a blue. Not the cyan, the blue. Down to 10. They're all squished together again. And then at 14, and it's completely open. It can't be moved. Pull the switch. Should reveal to us the selenitic gauge. Unfortunately, the fog effects kind of get in the way. So, even though it's successful, yeah, the fog effects don't really do it justice. There. I kind of want to see the tower. Okay. Now, there's this one. This one is for, after all these years, I recognize it in an instant. I'm sure you will. But at least like that gets it kind of like fresh a little bit in your mind. It's always good to do that. Okay, we're gonna skip the one that was in. Yeah, because the next one technically is in Idris's room down there. Because again, he wants to be secluded. He wants to be in the basement. And this is the sub basement. But with Riven, this one requires a little bit more experimentation with especially with the distance between the ones that you don't actually know. So once we break it, it shuts off, and that one goes to 0. And it's at 15. Then, one goes up to 12. It's blue, but it's at 2. The nameless cyan color, and is that a 1 in the middle, and 8, and also this is 4, And it's green. Like that. So this should, once I move it to the right there. And this is the one that's partially damaged. But power of light and crystals. Oh, I screwed something. Oh, I messed up. Did I mess up the blue? Yes, I did. That's supposed to be close. That's supposed to be a 2. Try it again. Yeah. 2 irises can't be the same. Next to each other. There we go. Zip. I would say this is a sneak peek of like the Riven remake, but it was already out. Because it was out in 2024, whereas this came out early 2025. Yeah, got Riven. At least one of the islands in Riven. Okay, next up, one in actual room. Which is the Myst book. You just kind of look at that one. This one was the one that was just like on his desk, so you had to take a screenshot of it and just kind of figure it out, especially with the distances. Which was already at 19. Yeah, it was. But with this puzzle in particular, it just felt like, yeah, they could have, like, again, this remake came out 2020, 2021. I guess they didn't actually like figure out what they wanted Riven in 3D to actually look like for a while. But the fact that the fact that it took 4 years for this age to be included, I feel like the timing was off, honestly. So we're going all the way out. Almost all of it. We're not going 1, 2, 19. It was white at the top. Then red and a 1. It was at 16. Then this one was at 12. All pretty much up like that. This was a 12. This one was at a 0 and blue, followed by going up to 8. Big distance there. It was green and it was at a 2. Should be able to check out Myst. There it is. A Myst with a closed door of the library. Man. All over the place. And everything. There is no definitive version of anything. Play all 8 versions of our games. Alright. So now we're back up on the surface and we have Cirrus and Akonar's books. We have the one with scribbles on it. Which we gotta start from the bottom because they're all squished. All the way down at 2. And 2, and then 1. This one. White. Then, the other thing about moving these is that they're all fixed place, so if you're doing like crazy changes, you eventually lose ways of moving things. Like this one, I cannot move the lens unless I were to get out of it and readjust. But then I have to readjust in order to pick up all the things up top here because they're way too far away. I'm just being picky. Hello. Hello. Okay. Then we need to move these down to 9. I'm going to move all of them down so that we're going back and forth. His got all down. And this one was blue. That one. And 2. This. Right. Should get us to see chance. Yes. Wait. Oh, because the white is not supposed to be that. White's supposed to be a 1. White 1, 2. There's channel wood. Okay. Also just a different perspective. We're seeing it from halfway between that. Okay, last one. Stone ship. I thought this was going to be a shorter stream, but I guess not. It's going to be the exact same time. I'm really good at that. All right, so we're all the way down at 1, and this is very close. In mid and iron. This one is blue. And it is 0 or 2. And it is at 4. Oh, that shouldn't be at a 0. That should be a 1. Okay. And this one's pink. Red. And 1, 7, and yellow, and we're all good. There we go. A little ways off of the lighthouse. Okay. That's what we got. But yeah, there's really no reward for Rhyme because you can leave at any time. You just kind of make your way. Because that kind of leaves things where they are. Alright. Let's break over back to the book, and that's where we'll leave it. Because there's not much else to do apart from start a completely new playthrough and do it randomized and figure out the puzzles all over. Okay. Yeah. Rhyme. The nice, beautiful, snowy age that just gives you a little bit more if you care to have it. If you don't, that's it. And that is kind of the it for Myst. Yeah, that's it. The books are destroyed. Everything's pretty silent. And we can just explore at our leisure until Beatrice needs us. Alright. Well, good. You can get to bed there. So, I don't have plans to do Riven right afterwards. I actually don't even have the remake if I was going to continue doing the remake. I haven't bought it yet. Maybe I'll get it at the summer sale because I have to look and see if it's even part of the summer sale. But the next one I'm going to do is another adventure game, and it's from a company that I have neglected, that I've even talked about on my channel a little bit. And it's a series that I have and have just really haven't dipped my toes into. So that's what's going to be next. And should be good for next week. I have moved, again, not here, but I've moved in terms of work location. So I spent half of this week just moving all of my stuff from my old work to my new work. So I'm tired. I'm gonna go relax now after everything. So yeah, Myst, very nice, very good, good old time. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining. Mm-hmm. Thank you. I wonder if like I'm kind of strapped for ideas, or if I feel like it, I might just go through the Journeyman Project games again. Because really, I haven't live streamed them since 2015. It's been Has it been 10 years? It's probably been 10 years since I've done it. Since I've done it. Because that was when I was actually going through all of Pegasus Prime's AI comments and getting that masochist achievement on Steam. That would have been the last time I streamed the Dreaming Project. All right. Well, that'll do for me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate that. And there's my thing. There we go. Oh my goodness. All right. Yeah, I'm taking off. See you next time, everyone. Take care. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Bye.